What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Saturday early afternoon. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here. And I'm going to talk about one playmaker out there that could potentially be a fit with the New York Giants heading into this offseason that could provide a spark over the middle of the field as well as be somewhat of a downfield threat at the tight end position. And that, of course, I'm talking about current free agent or soon to be free agent and former Miami Dolphins tight end Mike Gesicki. Now, the reason why I believe Gesicki could still be a potential guy that the New York Giants could target in terms of being a potential add to this offense going forward, Gesicki's already been a type of player that's shown incredible skill set. He's been one of those guys that's been able to go down the field, also make some tough catches over the middle. He's also been a guy that can play the inline tight end. He's a decent blocker, not great, but he's a decent blocker. He's got good size. He's also the type of player that could potentially be a downfield threat and very good security blanket for the New York Giants if, in fact, they do go after a guy like Mike Gesicki over the middle of the field. And we do believe, a lot of Giants do believe that the team does need to upgrade a little bit in the playmaking department. Now, the Giants do have Daniel Bellinger on the roster. And Bellinger actually had a pretty decent year with the New York Giants overall in his first year with the team. The 6'5", 253-pound Daniel Bellinger, who was drafted at pick number 112 by the New York Giants overall in 2021 out of San Diego State. Overall, he had 30 catches for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns over that span with the New York Giants in his first year with the team. But remember, he did get injured when he injured his eye in that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which caused him to miss at least 7 games during the regular season. But getting back to Mike Gesicki, he is 27 years old. He will turn 28 in October 3rd. He is a former 2008 second-round pick number 42 out of Penn State by the Miami Dolphins overall. He's never made the Pro Bowl, but he's a decent over-the-field receiving tight end threat. He was a third-team All-Big Ten player back in 2016. And over his career overall with the Miami Dolphins, he has recorded 225 receptions for 2,553 yards and 17 touchdowns. So he is a guy that can put together pretty good years overall with the team going forward. You know, with the Miami Dolphins, he's had actually some pretty decent years with the Dolphins overall. 6'6", 250-pound tight end over the middle of the field. Not going to wow you. It's not going to, make you just be like, oh my God, this guy is a can't-miss player. But at the same time, this guy's had a couple of years where he's really had big-time seasons for the Dolphins and a major threat. I mean, from 2019 to 2021, this guy averaged at least 50-plus catches and over almost 600 yards receiving for 3 years in a row. I mean, his best season overall was probably the 2020 season, where he recorded 53 catches for 703 yards and 6 touchdowns. And also in 2021, he had about 73 catches for 780 yards and 40 was his long for 2 touchdowns overall. And he's a guy that's pretty much consistently played in every single game where he's played in 81 games over his career and 31 games started for the Miami Dolphins. But a little bit of a concern was the fact that he did dip in his production back in 2022, this past season, where he only started 1 game overall. Derwin Smythe pretty much was the starting tight end for the Miami Dolphins last season. He did play in every single game last year, but he only recorded 32 catches for 362 yards, although he did have 5 touchdowns. So the guy, even with not getting a lot of passes his way in 2022, he still was able to record the second most touchdowns, tied for the second most touchdowns in his career with 5 touchdowns overall in 2022. The guy knows how to get into the end zone, and one of the biggest problems with the New York Giants in terms of the tight end position was getting into the end zone. There were at times this team struggling in terms of getting into the red zone, in terms of punching the ball in, and also getting good production from your tight end position in the red zone for the New York Giants. Would I explore a guy like Mike Gesicki to bring into this offense? Depending on the price. Remember, he is 27, will be 28 years old. It looks like his market value is around $8 million. I am not paying $8 million a year for a tight end that has not put out incredible production over his career and has dipped a little bit in 2022. So you have to wonder if this guy is maybe peaking at a certain time. But either way, I think Mike Gesicki could be a guy the New York Giants could explore in free agency if he's commanding around 5.5, maybe even 6 million for around maybe 2 or 3 years. I would think about exploring that type of deal. Because I do believe Mike Gesicki could be a guy that could help out this offense. It could be a good complement to Daniel Bellinger in the offense. And remember, this guy is from New Jersey. He's a New York Giant fan through and through, and he's from Manahawkin, New Jersey. So this guy is obviously a born-bred New York Giants fan. Obviously, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but either way, might even give him some extra motivation if the Giants are able to snag this guy in. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Either way, this is a guy that the New York Giants could potentially explore in free agency to bring into the team in 2022 or 2023 as another option at that tight end position if they believe that Daniel Bellinger is not a surefire number one guy. Now, obviously, you could look at some other options in the draft options. You have Michael Maher that could be potentially a guy that they could look at if he's over there in the draft, but I would not be opposed if the team brought in Mike Gesicki, but at a certain price. Then I would try to look to see maybe to bring him in. Man, like I said, he's had at least he's had 3 seasons of over 50 catches. He's had multiple years of about 5+ touchdowns a season. And he's had 1 year where he's had 70 catches for almost 800 yards receiving. So this guy has ability to be a difference maker in the passing game at the tight end position. Not gonna mistaken him for a George Kittle or a Mark Andrews or a Travis Kelce or anything. But he's still a very talented tight end that I think could help out this New York Giants offense. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about Mike Gesicki potentially being a New York Giants target in free agency at the tight end position to pair with Daniel Bellinger going into the 2023 NFL season. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Sub up to NYGJeffyT85 for more news, updates, and chatter surrounding the New York Giants. And turn on that bell for notifications on the next video or short they'll drop on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And like I mentioned, you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about Mike Gesicki potentially being a free agent option for the team in 2023. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take it easy, and as always, let's go New York Football Giants. And good luck to all the players out there in the Senior Bowl. I know Joe Shane is scouting all those guys. Good luck to you guys in the Senior Bowl for the New York Giants this Saturday. Have a good one, everyone. And as always, Together Blue, everyone.